New Year to all my subscribers that are from China or Chinese immigrants here in the U.S. For this occasion, I'm doing a 1970s film, the original Enter the Dragon. Yeah, this is an hour and 42 minutes, and I haven't seen it in a while, so let's get started. This is from 1973. Yeah, so let's do this. It's not that long actually. I thought this movie was an hour and 50 minutes for some reason, but no, it's pretty short, all things considered. There's China or Hong Kong. I don't know where this was filmed. I wasn't alive yet. It's a classic, and it's not badly dubbed or anything. Well, there's one actor that's dubbed in this movie, but we'll get to that. See, I'm not afraid to do podcasts. I just get on camera, turn turn on the DVD player or whatever, or my device, and I go. It's not that hard. Rest in peace, Bruce Lee. Miss you. You and your son, Brandon. They should have lived a long life like Jackie Chan. At least Jackie Chan made it to senior citizenship. These two did not. Mm. Yeah, he could have lived to be 100, but fate was so cruel. He did a stunt gone wrong at Game of Death, and he passed away. Sad. I'm not gonna go out like that. And he was an amazing martial artist and a good man. Yeah, I love this movie. I saw this film as a kid on TV. They used to give it on Channel 11 cut, of course, because it was on TV. But now I could see it as an adult, in the in widescreen. I know Japan they bow, but they also bow in China. They just don't do it as often. That was awesome. And this isn't as silly as Shaolin Soccer. Hello, hello, heterosexual. Let me just. Hey, heterosexual guy. Good morning. Better than Karate Kid Part 3? Yeah. Hmm. I don't know why all this spam is showing up. My next podcast, I'm just gonna shut off. I should just shut off the chat for Endgame or something like that. This is directed by a white man. That's why this movie is in English mostly, because they didn't want it to be a full dub like the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or something. Also, this movie inspired Mortal Kombat because you have uh Liu Kang is basically based on Bruce Lee. Han. Because Shaolin Soccer was more over the top and comedic. This is not comedic. This is dead serious. See, I'm not worried about spam. Cancel culture can't get me because I'm going to be outspoken no matter where I am. Here, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And I don't even start things on Twitter. That's why Josh left Twitter, because he can't handle it. I can. I'm civil on Twitter. I don't deal with these attention seeking, idiots that are on Twitter looking for attention all the time. They staying off the grid. Yeah, I'm staying off the grid on February 13th because I don't want Captain America spoiled for me. I don't want anything spoiled for me. I'm getting a lot of spam. I don't know why. Heterosexual guy's one of the only subscribers I have that's real. Everybody else is just a freaking joke. I don't like people in the chat I don't recognize. I'm sorry. You're gonna be blocked if you're on here. I gotta just fix this problem. Let me see. What's this? Chat filter. Oh wait. Uh, Subscribers. Yeah, there we go. That's what I had to do. There we go. Now I'm moderated. Turn on to subscribers only. Now you can't. Now you idiots, you spammers can't bother me. See, I'm moderating here. This is my live chat. I say who stays and who goes. I miss him so much. It's too bad he passed away before I was born. So him and Elvis. But Brandon Lee was alive when I was a kid, and he passed away in The Crow. I'm like, what? I didn't find out until I was 9. I was like, how? He wasn't even old or sick or anything, and he got killed. I'm like, yeah, they're not going to kill me on the set of a show. Mm, mm. The finger, yep. See, I love that. Mm-hmm. And this didn't have a crappy sequel like some other movies. Game of Death 2 doesn't even have Bruce Lee in it because he died making the first one. And they had to use a body double. Perfect movies for Chinese New Year. That's what I have to do. Moderate my comments to subscribers only. Yeah, John Saxon, may he rest in peace as well. At least he lived a long life, so. Enter the Dragon, man. One of the greatest martial arts films. Don't worry, it won't make me cry, because this isn't that kind of a film. Because even though I miss Bruce Lee, he only had such a small filmography. Unlike Christopher Reeve or, the cast of E.T. and all that. Only channel subscribers can send messages, exactly. Like it should be. I don't need some spammers spamming my account. There's Jim Kelly. May he rest in peace as well. And introducing Jim Kelly as Williams. He got his own films after Bruce Lee passed away. There's some films he's done I haven't seen, so I'm gonna try to see them for Black History Month because I ain't afraid. I ain't afraid of nothing when it comes to subscribing. When it comes to doing live streams or reviewing stuff, I don't. I'm not scared. Look at me. Do I look scared? You see me shaking? No. I'm calm as a cucumber. Fight sequences staged by Bruce Lee. Of course he did. These fight scenes are amazing. In May, I want to do the Raid Redemption, the original, because I haven't done that movie yet. Written by Michael Allen with an I. Raymond Chow is associated. Yeah. Yeah. Robert Klaus. He directed this movie. Mm-hmm. You mean the guy that looks like Jim Henson? Yeah, he looked like Jim Henson. It's weird because Jim Henson was doing the Muppet movie around, well, the Muppet Show around this time in pre-production, and Sesame Street. This movie is a classic, though it is, but it's not like a greatest of all time classic like E.T. or Star Wars or something like that. But it is a classic, though. I know this guy doesn't count just because he has an accent, because he's not a main character. Yeah, he's the only actor that's dubbed in the movie, the Han. Because when I heard the commentary, I heard that, yeah. Yikes. 13 minutes in. Yeah, I should have just moderated these things. I didn't know I was going to get spam in my live chat because these people are just saying weird stuff. Only subscribers and people that like my channel can send it, not just anyone, because, this is the spam I got on Twitter last year. That's why I had to. It is? I know. Ooh, yummy. It's a really well shot movie too. And again, it's not 3 hours long. Like some Asian movies are too long. Like Seven Samurai, I'm gonna have to see that in May. When it's nice and warm out because it's over 3 hours long. And I'm like, yeah, I can wait. Didn't want to see a 3 hour movie in January. The month was long enough already. So an hour and 42 is good enough. See, now I can't get any more spam. So I don't mind people watching my podcast, but no more spam. Tired of it. There's a tournament like in, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, this is a dark flashback. Just cute. See, men can't just go. They can't meet a woman one on one. They have to go in groups like wolves. I'm not like that, guys. Yeah, I turn into a wolf, but I can find a woman by myself. I don't need a group of guys to do that. Yep. Yeah, take that, Jim Henson. I'm sorry, it's a joke, guys. Don't think that I'm being anti-Semitic or anything. No, I'm just saying he looks like Jim Henson in the '70s. Mailing. See, she doesn't even have a lot of dialogue. It's just her expressive face carries this. She has something that Gemma Chan never had, an expressive face, not a zombie face. This choreography in the fight scenes are incredible, man. Hmm. He didn't drown. That was a small patch of water. It's a great kick. That's why I love Shang-Chi so much because it was a martial arts movie in the MCU. We don't get a lot of that, guys. Appreciate the things you have until because when it's gone, you know, it's never the same. Because I wanted to do something a little more serious and not a Chinese joke movie like Shaolin Soccer or Kung Fu Hustle where it's more about jokes than. But it has martial arts. It's just I wanted to see something that wasn't subtitled. Yeah, this is the scene. I remember the scene as a kid, and I was like, it didn't scar me because I know it's not real. So it's messed up, but like I said, there's more messed up scenes in this in an Asian movie. And considering that what this movie is in the '70s, it's not as violent as I remember because it's not like it's not incredibly violent like other movies I've seen. Intense, man. She would rather die than have to be molested by these guys. Yeah, she takes a piece of glass and then kapui again. This is never the way out, guys, just to let you know. Don't ever take your own life. It's not worth it. Life is a gift. You have to keep it. It's a movie, so I know it's not real. Ooh, yeah. She pulled a Juliet and killed herself. Yeah, I do remember that scene. Life is truly a gift. I would never throw it away. I do. Yes, Avenger Death. Because she wouldn't have had to do that if they didn't follow her around. There's John Saxon. Yeah, the late great John Saxon. This is what I saw him in before A Nightmare on Elm Street. This was a decade before, that's why. These transitions are really good. See, movies were way more diverse back in the 70s than they are now. Now they have to force it. Back then they did it and they didn't draw attention to it. Like nowadays they have to like force feed it, you know? I'm like, Disney, you can't do that. That's not what we want. We didn't want a diverse Little Mermaid or a diverse Snow White. Snow White is supposed to be white, or at least light skinned. Not a lightly tanned Hispanic girl that doesn't look white. Sorry, that's not what we asked for. Interest rates, yeah. What? Here we go. He fights in the movie too. It's not just Bruce Lee, there's other characters in the movie too. See, these transitions is like water, a water transition. It's pretty cool. It's a good editing technique. There are flashbacks in the movie, but it's not constant. It doesn't interrupt the movie to go back, like Man of Steel or something like that. No, that had too many flashbacks. Like a dog. There's Jim Kelly again. Hmm. Kids. Yeah, they're practicing martial arts here too. Very integrated. So yeah, I'm all for the black pride and all that. I get it. I get it. As a person of color, I get it. Someone called me white. I'm like, I'm not white. Don't ever call me white because I'm not white. I don't have an ounce of Caucasian in me. I'm mixed. Again, there was racial profiling even back in 1973. So Josh got to stop acting like he's a victim. Like, yeah, again, everybody of color gets a spotlight on them, if you will. I get it. Okay, I get it. But I don't have to hide from what I do. I love doing the podcast. Look, a white dog. Yeah, this movie has some symbolism, but it doesn't force it in your face. Because this says that's something that happened a couple years ago. The perfect movie for Chinese New Year. Definitely. Yeah, he's a black man with an afro in a martial arts movie. That was rare back then because they had black exploitation films, which I did see in the '70s from the '70s as well. We're almost 30 minutes in. Mhm. Really good far off shots so you could see everything. And again, there's no terrible CGI here. There's no quick edits. You see every fight scene in broad daylight. They don't do things. There's some fight scenes at night in the third act, but you can see it. It's not covered in darkness like Solo, where even the fight scenes you could barely see them because everything is so murky and dark, and it's hard to see because these people can't afford lights, even though Disney can afford billions of dollars. on advertisement and you know on their sets. Hold on. Up my nose. Yeah, see, nobody's chatting now because you know, other than heterosexual guy, everybody else was spam. I had to do it because I'm sick of the spam. I don't mind getting a lot of views, that's fine, but the chat is only going to be for so it's going to praying mantis. Yeah, they do mantis fighting in China. I didn't know that. Those things are huge. I know I've seen a praying mantis before. Stop Asian hate, man. Especially on a day like this. Yeah, what did he do to you? Racist. Sorry. These side characters have weird accents. Not Bruce Lee, I'm saying like some of the side characters, but they don't count because they're just cameos. I haven't done a British movie the entire month, so that's been a blessing because you know last year I saw so many movies that were British that were just haunted me, like Green Street Hooligans and Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I'm like, why? Those movies weren't that great. They're overrated. Goodbye. Ha 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 ha. They're 33 minutes in. I'm gonna be sinking. I would never go on one of those boats because I don't like to be at sea. I can't swim in deep water like that. And even if I did know how to swim, I don't want to be in the ocean or the sea because it's dangerous. Sea life belongs in the ocean and the sea, not humans. I like swimming pools because at least I can swim in the right amount of water or a hot tub or something, but I don't like deep water. Bolo Young, is that him? Yeah, that's him. This is him really young because this is the 70s. Dun, dun, dun. And I like that Bruce Lee is not a very talkative character here. Yeah, he was in Bloodsport years after this. Because in in the 80s and 90s, you had more white people and black people doing martial arts. This is a fun podcast. I'm glad I got to do this movie because I heard the commentary a few years ago because I wanted to do it. There's a commentary by producer Paul Heller because most of the people that worked on this movie passed away. So sumo wrestling, that's Japan though. This is perfect. This background looks just like every Chinese restaurant and area in New York where it's predominantly Chinese people, yellow and red. So have a good New Year, Year of the Snake. Yep, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do a snake movie, possibly on Sunday. The Chinese guitar. I'm fascinated by the culture, guys. I just am. Look at me. I think they're women that Well, the sexiest Asian women are usually Japanese or Filipina, because Naya Damison, mwah, she's petite, young, and gorgeous, absolute, and so talented. And again, I have good taste. And see, you don't have to know. You don't have to understand what they're saying to know what they're saying. This it's their actions and the looks on their faces. Mei Ling doesn't have any dialogue, and you could tell she looks scared. There's the dragon, yeah. Oh, that fish looks delicious, man. I've seen people play this Chinese guitar in the subway. I just love their culture so much. I don't love what happened in 2020, okay, guys? I get it. It was a tragedy for all of us. We all had to stay in our homes and wear a mask and hand sanitize and socially distance. I don't social distance anymore. I only do that for people I don't like Kanye West, because he's crazy. He's off his meds. I'm not. Definitely. I agree with that. I'm fascinated by the culture. I've been even because when I was a kid, I saw a lot. I had a lot of Asian friends, and I used to see a lot of their culture on stage as well. Even though month is and Pacific Islander month is in May, but this is perfect for the holiday that I'm celebrating. Oh, that looks delicious. I could eat Chinese food, actual Chinese food, as long as it's not spicy or has milk in it. I can have it. No, never been to one. And they're like, they only made Shang-Chi to give Asians a spotlight. Yeah, damn right. They were side characters in some MCU movies in phases 1 to 3. So it's good that they got their own film. And it was awesome. I don't want to hear it was a waste of time. They're getting a sequel and I'm very happy. And Subaru is known. People know him now. Because before Barbie, he got that. A gong. Here he comes, Han. The only actor in this movie that's dubbed over, because the actor wasn't very fluent, so they had to get an actor that could dub him over. You could tell he's dubbed. Yeah, he's dubbed over. It does sound dubbed, yeah. I didn't know that when I was a kid, because every Godzilla movie I saw as a kid, I saw it dubbed because they didn't have the Japanese versions on TV. He's the only one dubbed, but I get why. Some people dub their voices when they're singing, like in The Greatest Showman. Hugh Jackman can sing, Zac Efron can sing, but Rebecca Ferguson can't sing, so they dub her over. In Wicked, I know no, both actresses can sing, so there's no dubbing there. Mm. This guy does look intimidating. He looks Japanese though. He doesn't look Chinese. His eyes are more like more menacing looking. See, he's like really squinty. Look at that. That's amazing. Like the art direction of this movie is fantastic. It really is. So much color. See, Asians don't like to spoil. They don't like to let movies look ugly. They're all about color when their movies are in color, not black and white. They love the great every detail. Hey, look, Miles is the headphones, like Miles. Mm, not just any of these girls, because again, I have I have my preferences. Black women are first, and then Asian women are second. And combined, it is a dream come true for me. It's like the scene of Rush Hour 2, except that this is not played for laughs. Oh yeah, but the, the, mm. Hey, look, it's the sexier Gemma Chan because they have long dark hair, and I love it. Oh, I love it. So do I. Mm. Yum, yum. That lady looks pissed. Yeah, I don't want to be with her. Oh, I do. I want to get Kung Pao on DVD because it's not available on Blu-ray for some reason, and it's over the top, but it's funny, man. It cracks me up. Except for that Wii U line, which just it gets on my nerves because it's a cartoon. The rest of the movie is just hilarious, like with the cow scene and the tongue that has his eyes on it. Yeah, they knew what kind of movie we were making. You were referred to me as Betty. That's funny, man. The movie's funny. Mm, mm. I agree, John Sexton. Asian women, they're just like 90% of them are just like it's in their DNA. They have to look absolutely stunning. And it doesn't matter size. Even plus size Asian women are sexy. Trust me, I know. And Hawaiian women as well. I have great taste. That bird is cute. You saw her nails are painted. Yep, there's a scene with him shirtless. Yeah, 45 minutes in. Definitely Liu Kang was inspired by this character, by Bruce Lee. And there's a scarred guy that looks like Jim Henson again. Actually, is it this guy or is it the other one? Yeah, I forgot. Boards don't hit back. Yes, I remember this line. It's an immortal line from Bruce Lee. No one else could say it. I would love to see this in the theater. If they re-release this in May, or one of Bruce Lee's other films, or Jackie Chan, yeah, I'll see it. Oh yeah, I saw Shang-Chi in the theater. This training is insane. They got to put their hands in hot cold. Yeah, I would not recommend that, guys. Don't test your body like that. I don't put my hands in anything hot. Even soup, I don't touch it with my bare hands because I burn my hands many times with flames and with hot coffee or soup or something like that. This is awesome. This movie's so awesome. I love it. Here comes Han again with his girls in purple, and also uh, the girls that are going to be in Shang-Chi too. You know that Mai Ling. What was his name? Menger Zhang's group of girls that are going to fight in the sequel because they weren't allowed to fight. I'm all for it, guys. It's not, oh, it's a girl boss movie. No, they're going to be part of the second movie, and I'm fine with it. Bring it on. Bunch of Asian women fighting. It never bothers me unless it's Gemma Chan, because she's the worst actress I've ever seen that's of Asian descent. Really, the worst, because she couldn't even carry two Marvel movies. Two. Why you think they're not giving an Eternal sequel? Because everybody hated the first one. It should have been a Disney Plus show in parts. That way we could get to know these characters. You can't throw 15 characters we don't care about in 2.5 hours. It doesn't work. It never did. Jim Kelly does pretty good in the tournament too. So I kick, punch. Some of these are sound effects, but I am back. It's RJ. Hey, what's up, RJ? At least you're a subscriber. I don't want any more spam. I'm sick of spam on my channel. This guy's mustache is a little, yeah, I'm not going to go there, but that dragon is awesome. His mustache is really small. You know who that reminds you of, right? Not going to say it. I don't want to get demonetized. And this movie is taken very seriously. Like, there's rarely any comedy here because it's not a comedy. Bruce Lee wanted this movie to be taken seriously, and it is. We're almost 50 minutes in. I remember when this DVD first came out, it was they colored it in red. I got the black version, but it's fine. The artwork, at least it's widescreen, and it's the picture quality is fantastic. I don't need the 4K of this because it looks great on DVD. Resolution really doesn't matter to me. Like I said before, if I get a 4K player, I'm not gonna spare. You're not gonna spare what? Spam, I said, not spare. Yep, a low blow. Got him. And they're wearing shoes too. They're not fighting their bare feet because they're outside. See, even this fight scene, like it's at like probably the middle of the afternoon, and it looks great. I miss movies like this, guys. Mm, that must feel great. Mm. If Lucy Liu did that to my back, oh my god, I'd love her forever. That scene in Charlie's Angels when she's doing that to what's his face, Tim Curry. Yeah, I wish that was me because she is so gorgeous, man. I don't know how Bill Murray has a problem with her. Wow, you're a racist, Bill Murray. Hello, beautiful body. Mm. Oh my god. Like I said, work of art. You can't hide that. You can't. Oh, it's degrading women. No, it's not. I keep saying the Venus de Milo would not be the same if someone covered it up with a robe, or the Mona Lisa, or the statue of Michelangelo. You know, for women. Yeah. Mm, mm. I would stay with her. Play with her hair. Beautiful dark hair. I love it. Yeah, girls, don't color your hair blonde. If you're not white or black, yeah, don't color your hair blonde. It's weird. When someone ethnic has blonde hair, it's strange. K-pop singers do that. They color their hair blonde or red or purple or green or blue or black or or not even black, like jet black or gray or silver or something. It's weird. Or pink. It's your hair. Just use your natural hair color. Unless you're a clown or something, or you're doing cosplay at Comic Con, that I can understand. But doing it, walking in public with pink hair, you look ridiculous. That's cool. Those Chinese lions statues. Hmm. I think that was a mistake. Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to happen. Yeah, because he hit the statue, and I'm like, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I think he was just like swinging the nunchucks, and he hits the statue. Like, oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Yeah, this we're almost in the third act of the movie. It's not that long, which is good because if this movie was 2.5 hours, it'd be overly long. And this movie never gets dull. There's a couple of flashbacks, but it's not every 5 minutes. Look at that statue over there too. It's a smaller statue. Yeah, just I love this kind of cinema. Asian cinema usually, if unless it's boring, then it takes me out. But when it's interesting, yeah, I'm very invested. No matter what country it's from. Oh no, no, go away, German Shepherd. You get out of here. Don't worry, no animals were harmed in this movie, or humans from animal attacks. You have two dogs in the movie, and there was a bird in a cage. Yeah, no animals were harmed in this movie. I don't know what this is, so sorry. Yep, here we go. That's shadow again. Just like in Spielberg's movies, the shadows mean something. See? And this is a sneaky scene. It's a stealthy scene, like, you know, a Metal Gear Solid game. Is it this one? Yes, this one. I'm not going to show this on camera. I'm just going to change the box. The box got damaged. Over here. Oh. Don't worry, I'm still here. There we go, much better. It's a lot of people that are spamming my channel. I'm like, no. I'll just use that box for something I'm going to donate next week. Yeah, Disney didn't care. They were always racist towards Asians and blacks in a lot of their films. I mean, look at the movie not Oliver and Company, Aristocats. They literally have a Chinese cat voiced by a white guy. Again, different time, guys. Now everything has to be color coded. Yeah, you could tell he's dubbed. I noticed here. But it doesn't bother me because again, it was 1973. They couldn't get a Chinese actor like James Hong to play this role because he was busy doing he did Big Trouble Little China like over a decade later for John Carpenter, a visionary. I have to do a Carpenter film. It's I don't think I've done one. I have to do Escape from New York sometime and Escape from LA. And Big Trouble Little China possibly for May, but I have to do it without getting a copyright infringement because you know how it is with YouTube. They hear one piece of music and they jump on you. Man, Bolo Young is a house. He still looks like that. He's one of the few actors still alive from this movie. He's very old, but he goes to Dragon Fest and a bunch of conventions, and I think What Movie One met him. That's cool. He's a house, man. He's a very, very big man. He's huge. It's like an Asian Incredible Hulk. Why do you think when Van Damme fought him, it was such a challenge? Because I'm like, yeah, because he's a big man. People underestimate certain actors because they're older. I'm like, no, they could still have old man strength. And Bolo Young in the 70s, he could beat you in 2 seconds. This and the original Rocky are just classics. Of course, Rocky is more emotional. We're an hour in, an hour and 10 and a few seconds. Man. Yep, like a boss, sir. Some people just can't stay away from my chat. Because I don't want to shut off the chat because then people can't respond to me. There he is. Here we go. The guy with the scarred face. It looks like I said, he looks like Jim Henson. It's weird because in the '70s he looked like that, or he looks like Kenny Loggins. This is an epic fight. It really is. It's one of the fights that they show clips of in almost every martial arts movie, montage or something like that. Again, boards don't hit back. Yes, such an iconic line. I love it. So he has a scar on his face, like Scar from The Lion King. Yep, see, he remembers the flashback. This is from my sister. Yep, right in the face, Betty. He tries to cheat. He tries to use a piece of glass to cut him. I'm like, yeah, this is Bruce Lee, dude. This guy was a master of this. Uh, If he was still alive, he'd still be fighting people, even in the afterlife. Yeah, before the afterlife. Yeah, he would. Because Jackie Chan is like 70 and he still can fight. So can Bolo Young. The clap is like, again, he's white, so he has to cheat. That's awesome. That's his move from Street Fighter. That's the Guile's kick from Street Fighter too. Yep, a low blow. A lot of the fight moves in this movie are very heavily inspired. They inspired games like Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. And I'm talking about Street Fighter the game, Street Fighter 2, not the Street Fighter with from the '70s as well. Ah! Yep, right in the chest, and that doesn't stop him. You would think that would be over, but look, there's a bottle right there, foreshadowing what's going to happen next. But he asked for it. He's like, I'm gonna cut you into pieces. I'm like, again, you should have just quit while you were ahead, buddy. You have two bottles. This guy just doesn't want to quit, does he? Bruce Lee has to put him in his place. Also, Fei Long from Street Fighter 2, the Super Street Fighter 2, he was also heavily influenced by Bruce Lee. Yeah! Yep. Yep, he got him. See that look on his face? It's priceless. Don't worry, guys. I'm not going to cry this time. Mm-hmm. And fatality. Again, where do you think that Mortal Kombat got that from? From old martial arts films. Shang Tsung is heavily influenced by the movie Big Trouble in Little China. Uh, what was his name? Mhm. The villain from Big Trouble in Little China. I forgot his name. Lopan. Yeah, Lopan. Yeah, he killed a man, but again, it was in self-defense, and he deserved it because he tried to kill him with glass bottles. More birdies. That's pretty deep. So the doves, yeah, there's doves in this movie, but then it's not a John Woo movie where he has to put doves in movies. It doesn't even make sense. Like Mission Impossible 2, but Tom Cruise is not Asian. He's directing an Asian film with a white man, and it doesn't work in Mission Impossible 2 because it's boring and the writing is awful. It really is. I mean, that movie should have been awesome, but they got the wrong director and also they got the wrong writers. Not that John Woo's a bad director. Face Off is awesome, and The Killer. Yeah, he does. He even sounds like a comic book character. Yep, Jim Kelly does get some good screen time here. See, a black man fighting in a martial arts film. If it could happen here, it could happen in the MCU too. Because that's how it is. We're all people. We all could deserve a chance to shine without hiding in a hole in the ground. You know what I mean? No, but he's the main villain of the movie. This guy is a martial arts master. He has a claw too at the end. I remember that at the end. He has a claw like Vega from Street Fighter too. It's not a big claw, but it's a claw. No, not the doves. Those girls are smoking, getting high as a kite. I like Asian girls. They're like, oh no, if you like an Asian girl, you're gonna get sick. I'm like, no, I'm not, because I'm not gonna get one off the street. I'm not stupid. Naya's is a clean girl. You could tell. Look at her. Does she look like she do crack? Does she does crack cocaine? No, she's very, very sober. And I wanted her to stay that way. So she could look like that even 30 years from now. There's a little lantern. That girl didn't feel a thing. Yep, he kills him. There's blood in the movie, but it's not an overwhelming a lot of it. It's not Machine Girl where there's so much gore, or Kill Bill where to honor Asian culture, what's his face? Tarantino's like, I gotta make the most violent martial arts movie I've ever seen. I'm like, Tarantino, we don't watch movies for that. I mean, yeah, the gore is fine in a movie when it's done well, but you don't have to overdo it. You're not invincible. That has way more blood than you'll ever use, and that's a cartoon. But my God, people are just covered in it. There's the claw. Does it have a hand, a claw, a talon, a gold hand? Bones. A human hand with just the bones. He has a cat that he's petting like Blofeld. Yeah, again, there's a lot of nods. A lot of a lot of Western culture was influenced by China and Japan. We are. I mean, why we think we have places like sushi places and Chinese restaurants, and we do Zumba, and we do Pilates and yoga. That's taken from other cultures, guys. Yoga comes from India or Pakistan. They're not the U.S. Don't worry, no animals were harmed. That cat is perfectly safe. I can't touch a cat. I don't touch a cat because, again, I'm allergic to cats. I can't own a cat. I could own a dog, but not a cat. And even though this actor's dubbed, he's still very intimidating. His face is very intimidating. This is the scene. Yeah, I remember the scene on TV, and it was really, really traumatic. It didn't scar me because, again, I knew this wasn't real. I don't think Rashad is a subscriber. Tattoo Parlor. I miss you, John Saxon. And rest in peace, man. Daughters, huh? Mm, mm. I want to try duck one day. A nice roasted duck. Hair. Beautiful, beautiful hair. Yeah, drugs. Which I don't touch that stuff, guys. After taking meds last year for my tooth, I don't want to touch the stuff. It messes up your face. Also, I'm glad that Bruce Lee shares his screen time with these other actors, so they're not cameos. Saxton and Jim Kelly and Bolo Young, yeah, they all get some screen time. This really is an epic movie. I need to see some more Asian movies in May. I want to see Tokyo Gorka Police. I heard it's over the top and fun. In America, I love the way he says that. That's so awesome. Yeah, this is a really traumatic scene. I know Josh doesn't like this scene. He butchered Jim Kelly. He brutalized them. You see why I did this movie for Chinese New Year and not for Black History Month? Yes, Josh, I get it. I get the struggle. I mean, he brutalized them and dunks them in a tank. I saw this as a kid, and it did not scar me. Saxon looks so pissed. I'm like, yeah. If they showed this movie at a BLM, seminar, they would rip this movie to shreds, saying, "Oh my God, that's so racist again." 1973, guys. And again, Jim Kelly thought he could fight this guy, and he can't. And he learned the hard way. No. Yep, we're in the third act now. The movie's almost over. Bruce Lee sneaking around fighting, and then he fights Han at the end in an epic battle. I wish I could go to Dragon Fest. There's the snake. It's the year of the snake. Perfect for today. Last year was a dragon, so. Yeah, that's some of the most dangerous reptiles in the world. Snakes. Especially a cobra. They're poisonous. Again, no animals were harmed. I once touched a snake when I was a kid. I'm like, they're so cold. Their skin feels like a ice box. February is only a few more days. In 3 days, yeah. Mm-hmm. Again, the great use of shadow. Even the Sonic movies have a little bit of, cool fight scenes, which is great because, again, it respects the culture. So they're stoned, yeah. See, they're drugging girls. Again, a movie like this will never be remade. Especially with the imagery in this movie, yeah. It needs to stay a classic and self-contained. It's 11:40 now. It's almost done. There's the snake. See, yeah, the snake was not harmed in this movie because I know that in Cannibal Holocaust and other movies that came out back in the day, they actually hurt animals on set. I'm like, why would you do that? Animals are not actors; they're living creatures. Show them respect. Well, dogs are usually actors. Dogs or cats, not snakes. No, they don't know how to act. Yep, it's like he saw a snake and he jumped out. There's a snake. They could only afford a small snake because this movie doesn't have $100 million budget. They couldn't get like a boa constrictor or an anaconda. No, those are way too big. Wah! Yeah, I love that. He rips his shirt off. Again, slow mo done the right way. You can see every punch, every kick, and it's done with a purpose. It's not to make the movie longer. Mm-hmm. And also to not get an NC-17, they had to reduce some of the violence when people die, because then it would get, the movies got an X rating if they were way too violent in the 70s and in the 80s. Because RoboCop almost got an X rating, the original. We miss you, Bruce, man. You were the master. Nobody could top you. If you seen the Green Hornet episode, yeah, the man could move like a cat. Mm-hmm. That look in his eye, just no other Asian martial artist had that, intensity in his face. This is a true epic, definitely. And an epic doesn't have to be 3 hours to be epic. At an hour and 42, it's long, but it's not too long. It doesn't drag, because some movies just at this that come out like this they come out, they're like 3 hours long. Or that movie that came out last year, Monkey Man. Why is it over 2 hours? Get to the point in 90 minutes. You don't need 2 hours all the time. A Marvel movie, I get it. It's a Marvel movie. You're gonna have a lot of spectacle, CG, and things like that. But don't you dare make a movie 2 hours and it's a drama. You don't need that. Get to the point faster. Yep, we got you. It's a little bit funny, but again, there's no comedy in the movie. They don't do say jokes. They don't do slapstick. No, it's all unintentional laughs, like the guys jumping out the window. That's kind of funny. It's like in The Mask when the landlady is trying to shoot him with a gun, he jumps out the window. But again, that's a comedy. This is not. Again, martial arts master right there. Yep, there's nunchucks. In the box it's white, but in the movie it's black. The nunchucks. Oh, I wish I could do that, man. But those things, if it hits you in the head, it hurts. Yep. Again. Uh-oh. He's trapped. So he's sweating. It was, yes. This guy disappeared like for like half the movie, and then he shows up in the third act. I don't care. Yeah, you're not in the movie much. It's not. Okay, British Groucho Marx. I forgot that there was a Brit in this movie, but it's not a main character. He's a side character that disappears for an hour of the movie. Like Poe in The Force Awakens, where he's in the beginning of the movie and then he disappears for so long I forgot he was even in the film. Again, because they have to focus all on the hobo. The worst thing I've ever seen in cinema. 85 minutes in, well, 86 minutes now. Roper, like Richard Roper. got his restraints. And Bruce Lee wasn't a tall man, but he could fight, man. This movie showcases some of his best fighting moves. I missed them both. And Saxon did live a longer life than him, because Saxon lived until he was old and died. He died in the 2010s, I think. He passed away. Yeah. Yeah, they call him Bolo in this. It's easier for audiences to remember. Bolo's like a brick house, man. Yep, an arm bar. You can break your arm in two. Biting, that's cheating. Body slam. Wow. You said they're freeing the slaves, yeah. Be free, people. What a fist fight, man. Davada? I don't know what that means. There's no subtitles in the movie either. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're getting to the end of the movie. It's good fighting in the movie, yeah, just like Shaolin Soccer. And this is not my first time watching this movie. Again, his legs are like a machine, man. They're like machines. Yep, everybody's fighting. That's what you want to see in a martial arts movie, not 90 minutes of talking, you know? That's fine if you're giving exposition or, they have to say a great line, but get to the point. Give the people what they want and they'll show up. Monkey Man had to have a preachy message in it. And I'm like, yeah, we don't care. How's that? It didn't flop, but it didn't make $1 billion. Of course, Han is going to run away. He has to have an epic fight with Bruce Lee at the end. It's not a long fight, but it's good enough. Dog pull on the rabbit. Dog pull on the rabbit. There's the claw. Yeah. The claw is going to get you. This is like a bear's claw. Here we go. Gotta follow the main bad guy. He's dead serious. He has that look in his eye like, I'm gonna get you. Yep, he scratched him. Them's fighting words. No, not my claw. He has no hand, you saw? Yep, gotta go after the main villain. It's like the ending of The Lion King, you know, the original animated version where everybody's fighting and running. Oh, he has a bigger claw. That's more like Vega's claw. Yeah, that's definitely Vega's claw. And did my family. Here we go. Final battle. It's so quiet. You notice there's no music or any background noise. It's just an epic fight. Because Game of Death, Bruce Lee got to do that fight scene with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but that was it. The rest of the movie's a body double. Here, it's all Bruce Lee. There's no stunt double for him. It's all him. Gecko. Eye of the Tiger. Oop, he scratched him. Yep, I taste my own blood. All right, kick right in the face. Yeah, Vega was such a pain to fight in Street Fighter 2. Because he had that claw and he would jump on this cage and jump at you, you know, like dive at you. He's one of the worst bosses in Street Fighter 2. Wow, what a kick. Finish him. No, not my glass. That's amazing. That walled art is really, really brilliant. Saw a trick mirror. There's the mirror scene. I remember the scene when I was a kid. Really, really well done. Like it's very artistic without being pretentious, which is what I like in a movie. I don't like to see, look how artsy fartsy we are. You see it? You see it? Yeah, I can see it in this movie. In a movie like Amelia Perez, that's only getting the Oscar nominations because it's diverse and it's progressive, which I'm sick and tired of that argument. Being a Pride Month movie is not autistic, guys. It's not artistic at all. To me, it's these people are just, very, they have low standards, in my opinion. I don't want to be a woman. I want to be a man. Or I want to be a man. I want to be a woman. Yeah. Not for me, guys. Be happy with what you are. Stop trying to be something you're not. Ellen Page. At least Bruce Lee, yeah, he died too young, but at least he was a man when he died. He didn't change his identity. No one should ever do that. Ever. That's awesome. There, see, look at that. Right in the background, multiple mirrors, so much beautiful scenery. And yeah, again, this movie's a classic, guys. If you haven't seen it, what are you waiting for? Stream it today. It's the perfect day for it. It's beautiful, a beautifully made film. And it didn't cost $100 million, and it's not 2.5 hours long. And they're not singing in a movie that doesn't need it. Wicked, I get it. Moana 2, I get it. But I don't get why Emilia Perez has songs in it. Again, that's real glass. That's not CGI. None of this is CGI. There's not one bit. There's no computers in this entire film. All of it was done on camera, practically. No tricks. Only the sound effects are fake. Like when they're hitting somebody, it goes, whoosh. That's a sound effect. But I get it. They wanted it to sound loud. Because a punch and a kick doesn't sound that loud unless you're boxing or something. Mm. Yep. I hear you, master. This guy's bruised up. He's breaking all the glass. 7 years hard luck, nothing. 12 o'clock already. Yep, time to pay the piper, buddy. 100 minutes in. Yep. Yep. Again, I say Bruce Lee wins. Fatality. Flawless victory. Yeah, again, I remember that. I was there. I wasn't even allowed to play Mortal Kombat when I was a kid because, again, it wasn't a game for kids. That is awesome. And the movie ends right here. There's no Marvel stinger. It just ends. His men are all banged up. All those not ninjas, but martial artists, say either dead or they're injured. Yeah, the white girl also died. Yeah, it's got a somber ending, but it's not completely downbeat. At least Bruce Lee and John Saxon don't die in this movie. That would have ruined the film for me. If it was like Gladiator, where Maximus has to die, it's sad. It's not. It's downbeat. He gets his revenge, but it's still. Um, Thank you, Bruce Lee, for this near masterpiece. There's a helicopter to take them away. And there's the claw. Last shot of the movie, the claw. And that was Enter the Dragon from 1973. A true classic auteur in cinema. And that was it, yeah. So if you haven't seen this movie, I recommend it. And it's not the classic that E.T. is, but it is a classic martial arts movie that you should watch on this Lunar Chinese New Year. So thanks for watching. The few of you that did, that was real. Acknowledge me, and I'll see you next time.